he would have been owed Kevin more than $12 million on the 3 years remaining on his initial contract. Michigan will not pay him that money as they're filing.
He fumbled $12 million. 12 milli. How do you fumble 12 milli? Over some new punani? Are we serious? Come on. 12. You had 12 milli left. All you had to do was either keep this under wraps for that long, or maybe, not do this in the first place and just skate throughout your career. You had everything at your fingertips and you messed it up for a Becky. A Becky. Man, what's going on, y'all? Today we got he lost everything and then tried to kill his white side chick. Video by Poetic Flacco. This is about Sherrone Moore. I've been seeing a lot of it in headlines, stuff like that. All I gotta say is the two things that people fumble their life over. Actually, not even two. It's just the one thing for most men. Some new pussy. And not only did he fumble the money he was going to get, his family, man, he might have even fumbled his freedom. Let's get into it, man. Let's go.
The head coach of Michigan football is an idiot. I didn't know God made people this stupid. I honestly didn't know God made people this stupid. This is the Shannon Sharp situation all over again. Shannon Sharp 2.0.
I don't know about 2.0. Shannon still has the Club Shade podcast and he's still making money. This Sherrone Moore dude, it's looking like grits for bro.
Y'all continue to allow yourselves to get finessed and tricked out of millions of dollars by college scallywags. Sherrone Moore was given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity by Jim Harbaugh. So Jim Harbaugh was the head football coach of Michigan. However, he got an NFL gig. So while leaving to go take the NFL head coaching job, he personally handpicked Sherrone to take over for him because he believed in Sherrone. He believed that he could be the man for the job. And, he told the university that they should honor his request and make Sherrone the head coach. Despite being a married man with 2 daughters, he decided the...
Oh, okay. So I don't know if y'all can see because my camera's probably right over here, but his wife is white. I was over here thinking that his wife was like black or something, and then he cheated on her, a white woman, but his wife is white. It don't negate that he cheated, but still, damn.
The first thing he was going to do with his new opportunity was to throw it all away by getting involved with an executive assistant. This was a clear and flagrant violation and mistake for obvious reasons. One of the biggest reasons being she was literally his employee and he had influence over her salary. Due to the clear and obvious imbalance of the power dynamics at play here, no matter how much this chick consent, she would always be viewed as the victim. And forget about how you put the school at risk of a possible lawsuit. Think about yourself. Think about how vulnerable the position you put yourself in. No matter how much this chick consents, no matter how much she tells you she loves you, she can wake up one day and claim victimhood and take you for everything you got.
This is the... Bro. He fumbled $27 million, which is how much money he was going to get over the 5 years that he was going to be head coach at Michigan. He fumbled $27 million. His family and all that for a Stanley Cup having Taylor Swift listening to Let's Go to Outer Banks having basic white girl. Are we serious? Sherrone, this is who you lost your future to? Hell, breezy. Oh my gosh. Motherfuckers is stupid, bro. Overly stupid, bro. Not to down on this woman because, I don't know her. But bro, there are you can find 10 of her on the street just off rip. Why would you? Why? That I feel like that's everyone's question. Why? You had everything going for yourself. You've been working so fucking hard to get to this position. Just to throw it all away for her? Come on, man.
Because you were her boss and you was in charge of how much she was getting paid. She was benefiting more than he was. Now, I don't know how crazy her sloppy toppy was or, like how crazy the box was, but this chick was taking this dude to the cleaners, man. All right. So if you look at her salary when John Harbaugh was there, Jim Harbaugh, I should say, she was making $58,000, right? She had a 0% increase for the 2023 year. But when he took over, when he became the head coach,
she had a 55% increase.
5% in 1 year. She went from $58,000 to $90,000 in a year. Whatever box she was giving him, whatever sloppy toppy she was giving this dude, bruh, it was clearly worth it, man. Because this dude,
that shit must have been torch. Like that shit must have been torch. Gave her a 55% raise increase. Even in business settings, that doesn't happen. Even if you are the top of the top at your firm, whatever you do, they might give you a 20%, maybe 25, 30% raise. She got a 55% raise off bucks. Just because, man, she either had top tier head or that nanny was fired. No in between, man.
Dude lost his mind. You couldn't make it more obvious, man. Right? What job duties was this chick doing that warranted a 55% increase in her pay scale? But this dude was getting so comfortable and so relaxed, he was feeling like a king on campus, that he began to be in an open with this. Like, he was no longer hiding it. Like, kids was literally sending pictures to each other of this dude and her, like, walking seemingly romantically all across campus. Bro was too comfortable, man. Chilling out in public, right? Now, apparently this...
Oh, my Lord. This is why when you do shit like this or try to keep shit under wraps, bro, you have to do that shit forever, bro. You can't let nothing slip. One slip up can cost you everything, bro. One decision can cause your life to go for good, or in Sherrone Moore's case, go for fucking bad.
Person says that they sent this photo of Sherrone Moore walking past their house on campus April 16th of 2024. So this apparently been a thing. I've seen a couple of old tweets where people was like, no, I seen an old tweet from a month ago where somebody was saying, yo, Sherrone Moore has been cheating on his wife with his executive assistant. So this was already bubbling on campus.
Oh, boy.
Now, him being sloppy, him being careless, finally caught up to him. Because he was ultimately fired yesterday.
Cooked.
But instead of taking his firing, right, with some type of integrity and principles, because you know you did wrong, all right, he decided he was going to fully crash out.
Breaking news in college football. Michigan has fired head football coach Sherrone Moore for cause. The school said that an investigation found that Moore had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Moore had been suspended for 3 games and given a 2-year show cause order for his part in the school's scouting and sign stealing scandal just a few years ago. Senior college football writer Pete Thamel is all over this story and joins us now. What details do you have about this investigation and which led to this firing?
Yeah, Kevin, this is something that's been percolating at Michigan for the last couple weeks. There was initial flurry of speculation and an early investigation that died down toward the end of the regular season. There had been a lot of uneasiness on the Michigan staff. Sources had told me Sherrone Moore had been acting strange, berating assistant coaches, not acting in a normal way. I did within the last couple weeks and obviously percolated back up within the last week. And look, I've been around this for a long time. It is rare that you get a statement like the one Michigan had, being as explicit as they are, saying it was an inappropriate relationship with a staff member that led to Sherrone Moore's firing. He would have been owed, Kevin, more than $12 million on the 3 years remaining on his initial contract. Michigan will not pay him that money as they're firing.
He fumbled $12 million. 12 milli. How do you fumble 12 milli? Over some new Punani? Are we serious? Come on. 12 milli. You had 12 milli left. All you had to do was either keep this under wraps for that long or maybe, not do this in the first place and just skate throughout your career. You had everything at your fingertips and you messed it up for a Becky. A Becky, or in this case, a Paige. Come on, man.
For cause.
All right, Moore was the team's former offensive coordinator, was promoted to the top job after Jim Harbaugh left following the 2023 National Championship. They're getting ready for a bowl game against Texas in the Citrus Bowl. What's going to be the next move here for Michigan, especially after so many top jobs have been filled around the country?
I don't know what's between the legs of those 20 to 23-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed college white girls. But it got to be something magical, man, because these niggas keep crashing out over it, bro. He lost $13 million? $13 million? Because you wanted to mess with, I don't know, bro. The crime don't fit the punishment, man. All right. Now listen, fam, yo, if you had to take a once-in-a-lifetime chance, man, because this chick was just so bad, you just had to, cool. And even that, it's still not worth it. But you lost $13 million for the opportunity to crack a 5. Crazy. Now, this is the time where he's supposed to take it on the chin, go back home, work it out with his wife, and self-reflect and try to get back on his feet and find other opportunities. But no. Instead, he went out for vengeance and blood.
Well, a surprising firing and a shocking arrest at the same time, rocking the world of college sports this morning. The University of Michigan dismissing football coach Sherrone Moore on Wednesday, only for him to be arrested and booked in a county jail. This was hours later. News Nation's Ryan Bass tracking this one for us. So, Ryan, quite a whirlwind in the past few hours. What are you learning about Moore's termination and this investigation underway now?
Yeah, this escalated rather quickly last night, Kelly. I mean, Moore was fired by the university and then hours later was detained. Now, the university is saying that he was dismissed after an investigation found that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which led to his dismissal. In terms of his arrest, we're still getting some details that are trickling in. But in terms of police, they have arrested Moore, and it's unclear if that is connected to his firing. The incident happened about 30 minutes before Michigan announced his dismissal. Jail records show that the 39-year-old was booked yesterday evening, but don't list charges or a court date just yet.
What did he do?
Township Police, without naming Moore, said they responded to an alleged assault and took one person into custody. Now, Michigan's athletic director
assaulted some allegedly. Holy. It better not be that. I really hope it's not the woman he was cheating on his wife with. That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be insane.
Said that Moore was terminated after an internal investigation found, quote, credible evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, a clear violation of university policy. He added this.
Here's what happened, okay? So after he got fired, after it became perfectly clear he done lost his $13 million, instead of taking accountability, he decided he was going to blame everything on the executive assistant.
Oh, brother.
Because essentially, it was kind of her fault that they got caught, okay? So Michigan did their investigation once tips came in. They found no wrongdoing. They didn't find any proof of inappropriate relationship between Paige and Sherrone Moore. Now, I'm sure that was a lie. I'm sure Michigan found proof, but they wanted to sweep it under the rug instead of addressing a scandal that was on campus. So they swept it under the rug. However, Paige apparently got pregnant, and Paige told Sherrone that she was pregnant. And Sherrone been trying to get Paige to get rid of it. However, Paige did not want to get rid of it because why would you?
One thing I will never get, ever, is, you know, you have a wife or you have a girlfriend, whatever, a long-term relationship. You cheat. Not only do you cheat, you fuck this person raw. I will never, ever, ever, ever get why people do that, knowing damn well what could come after that. No pun intended, but literally, literally, this lady now has a kid, or is gonna have a kid. I don't know what the status on that is, but Sherrone, you are an idiot. And also, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm ever in a situation with like a long-term partner where I don't feel like it's working, or I feel like I'm about to cheat, me personally, I'm just going to break up with my wife or my girlfriend and then go see what's to the other shorty. Me personally, that's what I'm doing. And I know some people, you know, they feel like they're on top of the world. They're like, oh yeah, I got my wife, and then I got the side girl right here. You feel what I'm saying? You feel like you're on top of the world until everything comes crashing down. I like to think from the future perspective. How is this going to affect me in the future? What if I slip? What if some way, somehow this gets out? What the fuck am I gonna do? I'd rather just bite the bullet, break up with my wife or girlfriend, and then see what's to shorty. Yes, I'd probably get backlash from the internet. People being like, oh, why would you break up with your wife? Yada, yada, y'all had a stable family, whatever. But I'd rather do that than what's happening to Sherrone Moore right now. Not only did he lose his job, lose $13 million. $13 million. He now is in jail. His kids now have to see their dad in jail. His wife is now not only in distress because her husband is a cheater. Her husband or ex-husband is now in jail. You see what happens when you don't think from the future perspective of what could happen? Now his whole life is ruined because of one fucked up decision, because of one slip up.
To abort the baby of a man who is due $13 million, right? As a broke college student. Well, we're not really broke. She's making $90,000, but still, like, as a man,
was she a student or was she just? Because I've heard rumors going around that she was like 30 something. I don't know how old this woman is, to be real.
$13 million. So why would you abort it? So because she refused to abort it, Sherrone been stalking her, been harassing her, been trying to get her to abort it. So eventually, an anonymous tip came in to Michigan, letting Michigan know, hey, yo, Paige is pregnant. Once they got that tip, they could no longer ignore it. They could no longer sweep it under the rug, because if this chick is pregnant, this is going to be a bigger situation. So ultimately, that was the catalyst for him getting fired. He now blames her and believes that she's the one who tipped off the university and let them know that she's pregnant. So after he got fired, he popped up to her crib. Apparently, he popped up to her crib with a knife.
Oh, God.
And he put the knife to her throat and his throat, and he was threatening to do things to her.
Oh, God.
But ultimately, he never did it. He ultimately left and went to a church where apparently he was going to do something very harmful to himself. However,
church?
the wife got wind of this, called the police, and the police was able to go ahead and go to the church and get him.
561-553 for domestic. Subject just called the caller, told her there's a male at the location and the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months. For the Pittsfield unit's reference to domestic, we just get state calls from S1's wife in Ann Arbor saying that the subject is suicidal, losing his job today.
Suicidal.
Lust will be the downfall of a lot of you guys, bruh. You got to learn how to control your lust. At some point in your life, you got to learn how to control your lust, especially when you're in a position of power. When you have power, when you have everything to lose, when you are the breadwinner, when you have a lot of people counting on you, not just those children he recruited.
His inability to control his lust is now the reason why his family is going through hell. Hell. I hope he had like contingency plans in like together. I hope he had something like, you know, maybe an investment account here and there, you know, a little bit of savings here and there, something, because his family's gonna need it.
To the school, not just those football players, not just the parents who he looked in their eyes and promised to take care of their kids when they come to campus, but he had his own family counting on him. He probably paid his mama bills, his daddy bills, his family bills. He probably take care of everyone in his family. He's probably a first-generation millionaire in his family. And he threw that all away for some coochie. Think about the worst thing you've ever done for some coochie. Think about it. Think about the furthest you've traveled. Yo, I know some people who say, yo, they done travel 12, 13 hours for some coochie, bruh. Now take away coochie and replace coochie with temporary satisfaction. You think you would do the same thing you did for coochie for no. If I tell you, hey, bro, travel 13 hours for some cheesecake. If I tell you travel 13 hours for $500, you'll probably say, man, F on my face, bro. Hell no. But the value we place on coochie is absurd, bro. The coochie of an average, middle of the pack, Michigan white girl.
Blah, 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 blah. And I can imagine 6-7 months ago, I went through something very similar. So I know what that storm is like. Yes, sir. And unless you've been in it, that's why when people say, this is what I would do, you don't know what you would do until you in it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Until you in that pressure cooker, until you in the eye of the storm. Yes, sir. Until you in. Ocho, you and I have had a conversation. So yes, I know. Mm-hmm. To be in that storm, and crazy. To know everybody know everything that you worked your entire life for. Mm-hmm. You feel it like it's crumbling right before your eyes.
It's gone.
Yeah. And the only people that's gonna be there, it's gonna be a select few.
It's a sad situation all around.
Yeah, I get his point. And, you know, maybe I'm talking from a place of ignorance because, you know, I haven't been in this situation. But I wouldn't get myself into this situation. I feel like that's what people aren't getting. What Shannon Sharp it probably isn't getting. A lot of us watching probably wouldn't get ourselves into the situation. I don't know, but he's right. You know, someone talking from the eye of the storm is way different than you know, me talking from a room. You know. Yeah, I should probably see what Shannon has to say on this whole Sherrone Moore situation, but it's just man's downfall has always been for some punani, bruh. It's either been two things: religion or punani. It's either or, bruh. It's either or, bruh. It's either religion or punani, bruh.
I can't say I feel sorry for him because I don't, but it's a sad situation all around, man. It's a sad one. The only people like Sherrone should have been concerned with was his family and his wife.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I don't feel bad for Sherrone Moore. I feel bad for the Moore family. Like, you know, his wife, it's his kids. It sucks, and he wasn't thinking in those situations, man. But it sucks seeing people who are like 2 times your age not be able to control their lust, not be able to. I don't know, man. Sherrone Moore, I think is close to 40. Hey, everybody's human. Everybody's gonna fuck up, slip up at some point. But situations like these, I don't know how many people in life are gonna fuck this up, man.
Those are the only 2 people he should have been concerned with. My father always told me this, man. He asked me, hey, yo, when you pass away, who's going to bury you? Well, obviously, like, my family's going to bury me. Okay, cool. Who's going to be a pallbearer? Well, obviously, my select few friends, and, I'll name them. And he says, okay, cool. So these are going to be the only people who see you on your way out of Earth. These are going to be the people who take care of you and see you on your way off the planet into your maker. So if these are going to be the only people who see you on your way out, then why do you concern yourself with the opinions of people who won't even realize you're gone when you're gone? Shouldn't the only people you aim to please be the people who you know are going to see you on your way out? You spend your life searching for validations and things that won't even notice you when you're gone. In the case of Sherrone, you think, this little college chick that he was smashing, bro, you think that she give a damn about him? His concern should have been his family, right? When it's all said and done, when Sherrone lost it all, you know who still picked up that phone and called the police to make sure they go get Sherrone and make sure he's safe? Was his wife. Mm-hmm. But he left her at home to go creep with his executive assistant and go creep with a girl who cost him everything. To go creep with a girl who made that call, submitted that tip, and cost him everything. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do y'all think about this, man? All right, and if you're still watching this...
shout out Puerto Flaco for this video, bro. Let's get to this end card, bro. Man, the one sentence that I feel perfectly describes the situation and other situations is one decision can make or break your life. That holds true, especially with this situation. He wasn't thinking about his family. He wasn't thinking about nothing. He was just thinking with his yamin. And doing that in life can get you in really bad situations, but especially with stuff like this where your future is on the line. You have millions of dollars. You're the breadwinner in your family. He's probably paid for his mom and his dad's bills, stuff like that. He's told plenty of parents, your kid is safe here at University of Michigan, all that. And he threw that all away for one decision. He threw that all away for a woman who probably didn't care about his future. Probably didn't care about, all that. I don't know her situation, but she probably saw him and was like, damn, I could probably butter him up, get a little pay raise here and there, not realizing what it could turn into. So my message to y'all is just to make good decisions. Think, my brothers out here, man, think with the right head, not the wrong head. Think with the right head, man. And I'm telling y'all this as someone who just turned 20. You feel me? So Lord knows the amount of people my age who fucked up like this before or have fucked up bigger. For Coochie, bro, for Punani, man. And I get it, bro. I get it. But at the end of the day, things would have been a lot better if you would have just either A, move smarter, move P, and stop. Like, when you do slimy shit like this, whether it's cheating or going behind someone's back, whatever. You have to be on your P's and Q's for a long fucking time. That is the reason why a good majority of people don't do slimy shit. They don't lie, they don't cheat, they don't none of that, because a lot of people realize you have to keep this shit up for a long time. There is no slip up, no none. You have to keep this shit up damn near forever. So either one, move P, or two, leave your wife, bro. And if you're in a situation like this, leave your girlfriend, leave them. You would be in a better position, and your family would be in a better position, whether they realize it or not, with you leaving your wife, that person, and going to see about this other girl, this other shorty, whatever. Or maybe you'll come to your senses and realize, you know, I have this urge or whatever, but at the end of the day, my family matters the most. Your wife matters the most. You know, go to relationship counseling, therapy, whatever. Do what you got to do. There's a lot of things that could have been done to avoid this situation, man. But what do I know, man? I'm just some guy. I'm just some YouTuber talking from a room, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Love y'all so much. Marso Mafia, the gang. Marso Mob, the squad. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.